3, 2, 1. Howdy, neighbors. Good morning, everybody. So glad to be along with you today. And along with us is Dr. Jeff Edwards, our state extension wheat specialist out of Oklahoma State University Extension. Dr. Edwards, first of all, as we think about this year's wheat crop, it's not been a pretty picture really since last 1st of November or so.
That's correct, especially in southwest Oklahoma. To be honest, that wheat in that part of the state just never has had a chance to get going. And I was hoping we would get some rain back in January or February to bring that crop along and be able to salvage some sort of yield potential. But we're well past that point now, and there are several fields in that part of the state that have been zeroed out by adjusters, and there is little hope of being able to pull off any kind of a crop in southwest Oklahoma.
Now, for those folks, if they get a rain sometime during the spring months, that would be a spring-planted crop then probably.
That's their alternative now, to go to a spring-planted crop. The key things to think about there is if you have any type of a residual herbicide in the soil, you need to be thinking about that, looking at rotation restrictions. But if we get a rain in the next month or so, going with something like a grain sorghum, some sort of spring-planted crop is definitely an option.
Now, as we think about our central and north central counties, what are you seeing at this point?
They're in a little bit better shape right now. I kind of call the area from I-40 up to Highway 51 a transition area. Then north of Highway 51 and east of Guyman, the wheat looks pretty good right now. But we're in need of a drink of water. We're supposed to get in the 80s over the coming few days, and if that wheat does not receive some water, it will go downhill very, very quickly. Right now we're in good shape, but again, we've got to have water soon.
Right on kind of the precipice.
We are. It could go either direction. If we get a few timely rainfalls over the next few months, we could harvest a really nice wheat crop in north central Oklahoma. But we just don't have a lot of reserve moisture there in the soil, so we are going to need those timely rains to harvest a good wheat crop.
So it's all about Mother Nature at this point.
It is. The other thing that concerns me a little bit in north central Oklahoma is that we have been fairly warm early in the spring, and it seems like every year in April we get one of those freeze events that kind of puts a scare into us, and if it gets into the 80s over the next few weeks, we get excessive growth. There is potential hanging out there for a spring freeze to damage that crop.
Okay. Dr. Jeff Edwards joining us today, and we remind you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can check out the latest on our agricultural news scene at oklahomafarmreport.com and be listening to us on great radio stations all across the state on the Radio Oklahoma Network, a service of Griffin Communications. I'm Ron Hayes for News 9.